So just a little background to why I chose to come to Full Sail. I worked a lot of odd jobs the past couple of years since high school. Been about 6 years, and I've always been a big wrestling fan. And I knew Full Sail had a working relationship with NXT, and the fact they had the student initiative program where you'd actually get to work at live events, learn kind of a little bit about the backstage process, what they do, and eventually work with talent like social media wise was definitely a big attraction for me. Also, the fact that they're a hands-on school, so I'm definitely a hands-on learner. I've been that way my whole life. That would definitely attract me because I really have no background in media or any using any media tools. So that was definitely a big attraction. That's definitely also something I really like. Am looking forward to learning. Coming down here is to use all the tools, using social media, really like learning how to use all the Adobe, everything in the Adobe Cloud. Because I'd never really used tools like that before. With that said, I could definitely say that when I first opened all the apps with Adobe, it was like pretty much like reading a foreign language. Um, so I'm looking forward to getting to learn how to use all the tools they provide. Because graphic design, something I definitely have never even thought about doing, but since being here, I learned that's a big part of the industry. Because creating a logo can first off really tell what your brand's about. So that's something I'm definitely looking forward to. And brand storytelling is another one. Um, Once I learned how to use all these tools, I realized that using them to tell what your core values of your brand are, to tell to your clientele, tell to your customers, is really key. Whether that's you having your own business, which is something I thought of, or you're just working for another company and really trying to tell their story and tell the story of their brand and their values. That's something I'm definitely looking forward to learning once I'm here through all my courses. After reading a lot of the materials and the links given to us, I was actually pretty interested to learn that PR was a big thing in the industry right now. Public relations is something I've like often thought of because I've liked to think that I have a good sense of people and what they like. A lot of my past jobs were a lot of customer service based, and that's like kind of like public relations on a smaller scale. So it's something I've always thought in a career path. As much as I wanted to get into, like, I came down to school for wrestling for the that as my ultimate dream. I've often thought of public relations as a overall job to have, and I thought that was pretty cool that it really emphasized that. And I saw that it's really needed in the industry because image is everything in business. Also, in the fact that there was the link for the top five careers for media communications, and I was happy to see that marketing and advertising and public relations were two of the top three because those are the two industries I really look forward to going into. As much as I talked about public relations, I've always had like not a knack, but I've always had interest in marketing and advertising. I've always found enjoyment out of commercials. I'm one of those people who actually flips through the channels. I'll actually watch a commercial to kind of like nitpick of what they do to really sell to the audience and to the clientele, and kind of the subliminal messages they send through. Some of the like hidden messages they send in the advertising. I've always like kind of been intrigued by that. I mean, I've definitely been interested in those two industries. Another one that was kind of a side passion of mine was I've always been interested in radio and broadcasting. You always hear the joke, you got a face for radio. But it's something I definitely want to look into, and I'm glad to hear that those are still alive and well, especially with the podcast industry now, and I'm looking forward to learning more about them.